What a huge event that took place last night. We got Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. It was unreal. Congratulations to both of them. They made a ton of money. Jake Paul with the victory.
The problem child!
Finally went 8 rounds against an actual fighter, so respect to him. I think his name will be a little bit better now. I just want to say huge congratulations to these two. But you guys clicked on this video because you saw my title and my thumbnail. So let's get started and how much money Jake Paul made for this fight. All right, so right off the bat, we know this for a fact. Jake Paul was promised a guaranteed $1 million for showing up in the ring last night. Just for boxing and doing his performance, $1 million. And he also did announce that he took a little pay cut in that $1 million so that other boxers could make more money. Because if you follow Jake Paul, you probably know, but if you don't, you probably don't know. He's like huge on boxers and fighters don't get paid enough money. And that's why Jake Paul's always like calling out people in the UFC, in the boxing industry, because he doesn't think that fighters get paid enough money for literally putting their lives on the line. So he did take a little bit of pay cut because he's obviously the head star of the whole fight series last night. So he was gonna make the most money, and he let some other people maybe have a little bit bigger paychecks. Who even knows if that's true? That's just what he said, and that's what's stated. So maybe he could have made more, maybe he couldn't have. But however, $1 million, that's a pretty decent amount for just showing up in the ring. And then Tyron Woodley was promised $500,000, $500,000 for showing up in the ring. And even for him, that's a lot of money, even though he's had a lot bigger history in UFC. And then the pair of them got the biggest cut in the pay-per-views, which Jake Paul, after the fight, claimed sold 1.3 million pay-per-view sales, which is a crazy amount. And that's gonna generate around $75 million for all of the fighters to take a cut in. So not just them two, for all of the fighters that was in the event. However, they will probably get the biggest cut. And then Jake also said after the fight,
"This is the second biggest pay-per-view event of the whole entire year, behind my brother and Mayweather."
He said that this was the second most paid boxing match of the year. Obviously behind his brother, which Mayweather was in, which Money Mayweather, he makes the most money out of everyone. He is the most highest sales for that type of stuff. But still, second of the year is insane because like Conor McGregor and all of them have had fights too. So that's just crazy that they were second. And then he also posted this on his Instagram story. He said that he was 10% closer to being a billionaire. So I'm guessing that means his net worth has finally reached like $100 million, or he kind of messed up in his math and added a few zeros and he thinks he made $100,000 for this fight, which I can basically guarantee you he did not make that much money because that is actually ridiculous if he made $100 million. The Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao was the most paid fight ever, and they might have went home with $100 million, but no way this fight made $100 million. So what I'm guessing is that this fight pushed him over to that $100 million net worth, which is still crazy, and congratulations to him. All right, so now my final prediction for how much Jake Paul made for this fight, and like I said, this is my prediction. I'm not coming out and saying how much I think he did because no one actually is gonna know with all of the stuff going on of who actually made the specific amount. Nobody's gonna know. However, my prediction, based off of everything else I know, the previous fights and everything, I'm guessing he made around $9 million taking home. I don't think he reached $10 million because I think Logan Paul made $10 million for his fight, but obviously he didn't have as much dominance over the cash coming into that because obviously Floyd Mayweather is the name of that fight. So Floyd got like the really good benefits and everything, which in this fight, Jake Paul did. So Jake Paul is getting like the best and making the most amount of money out of all of the fighters that took place last night. So I'm guessing he made around $9 million, $8 to $9 million. And yeah, that's my prediction. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe to my channel. And it's actually crazy because the fight was literally like right down the street because I go to Cleveland State University, so I'm in Cleveland, so it was kind of crazy. I kind of wish I went, but the tickets were expensive, but the fight was literally like right down the street at Rocket Mortgage Stadium, so that was pretty cool. And I watched the fight, so it was awesome, great entertainment, and stay tuned to my channel and subscribe.